for very long.
No,
Because I spun, I was back in.
I almost did what you did, Greg. I almost started with the wrong amount of fuel.
Oh, I didn't start with the wrong amount of fuel. I just made a poor fuel calculation.
Yeah. Well, I know. I almost started with sprint fuel, so I was in a worse spot.
Ain't got no gas in it.
Yeah, and then I said, well, crap, jump out, get in there. And then I was like, well, you know what? We had a decent sprint start. This one's going to be crazy. So if I miss it by putting fuel in and I start on the pit, that's okay.
Well, I finally figured out the launch sequence in the forge.
I haven't figured out the BMW, but that launch tonight, it was Morgan Teggy worthy. I mean, I hit it perfect, and it jumped, and I had 3 cars in 50 feet. I don't know what I did. I'd like to know what I did so I could do it again.
Yeah, Tyler, the clutch likes to be slipped a little.
Yeah, I figured it out.
Just a wee bit. Just a wee bit.
I almost got Ryan on the start of the feature. I had to slow up just a little bit because he drifted me to the wall, and I was like, nah, I'm not hitting the wall, so I had to back off a little bit.
All right, fellas, I'm out.
Later.
Later.
See ya.
Interesting schedule for next season too. We're going to Detroit again.
Literally.
I do like how we're moving over to the Pro AM and stuff like that. How the GT series is.
Yep.
I do like that. Did anyone catch the 12-hour golf race?
I watched a little bit of it.
That was a good race.
Yeah, the McLaren in the fourth.
Hey guys, Ron in the broadcast booth here. We are live on the air, and this is East to West Racing, and this is the GT3 Challenge. We're on race 11 of 12, and we're just about to start qualifying. Welcome everybody into the broadcast. We have about 16 drivers on the racetrack. We'll see how many get out there and do the qualifying run. 10 drivers during the sprint will get points. No inverted field. These guys just finish up and go. We'll see where it ends up at the end of this one. Robert Rattray was the quickest in practice. We'll see if he can hold on to that. Points are close. Robert's out front with a 167-point lead over Josh. Both of those guys have all their races counted. So it's going to depend on who knocks out the race with the best gain to see if Josh can make any gains on Robert. Big gainer possible here. Philip Scott's in third, but the big gainer is Kevin Cantonio. If he can run that Ferrari tonight and run in the top 3 or 4, he could really make some ground. He's 500 points back, and he still has 3 full races to count. So he's got a sprint, a feature, and a qualifying session to count for points. So he can make some gains tonight with a good finish. How's everybody doing out there in TV land?
Good. Do well.
All right.
Doing well. Hoping for him to be able to do the triple, win the sprint, qualify the sprint, and race.
Seeing what?
It's never been done before. Oh wait, it has.
Hoping Kevin, wins this qualifying, the sprint, and the race. That'll give him max points, right?
That'd be a sweep. Well, max points would be doing that and getting fastest lap and clean laps the whole time, and most positions gained. So you'd have to start in the back and finish in the front.
Well, he won't get max, but he can get darn near everything.
He could get it. He'd get a lot of it. That's for sure. All right, I better go get in my car. I'm going to miss qualifying.
I hear it was done in the JNR race once.
I think it was.
Want to give a big shout out to our sponsor, Stair Fittings Incorporated. Info on how to reach Stair Fittings, orders.stairfittings.com, down in the description of this video. You can find out how to reach them. They have what you need for your stairs, for your home. They've got it. Check them out, orders.stairfittings.com. Question just came through on the Discord server about teams. Yes, teams will be a thing. I mentioned it in the league info channel. We'll have teams. They will be any drivers can be on the teams. No restrictions this time on where a driver finishes this season to be on a team next season. So yes, Sean, yes. Teams, yes. It's like I'm gonna have to wait for everybody to go by.
Oh, got the wall. See, that's what I did in sprint.
Haven't heard anything from race control. Not sure if they're out here tonight. And this is a night we would probably need them.
I'll do race control. I'll just give everyone a black flag. Ron won't even acknowledge that. That's fine. I'm fair with that.
You sound fair.
Just trying to figure out who was going to give you your black flag.
I'll give myself one because I probably deserve it from previous races anyways. Greg probably thinks I deserve one for spinning in front of him when he tagged me the 2 times, so you know.
No.
I know. We actually have some decent drivers here. It's just, you know, tempers flare, heat of the moment, racing.
Usual suspects up front.
Happy to see Dom up there with the crew today in the challenge race. He was very fast in the contender series. Usually don't see him here in this one, so. Guess he figured out that there's
Few races?
2 races left. He's got the P for pro anyway because of his I ratings. Might as well get out there and throw him down, buddy. You have to learn how to beat these fast guys.
throwing down monster lap times like that is one way of doing it. Nice job, Dom.
Yep. There you go. That's a pole. Go ahead, Greg. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Sorry, I probably messed up your lap.
No, that's okay. I just set my fast lap. I actually am ahead of Emmett Lindquist. I was trying to get to the pro ranks in my time. He'll beat it, but I can at least, you know, got some bragging rights for a few minutes.
Well, by the looks of the front five, we have got ourselves some competition. It's going to be a fun one tonight. Turn 11 getting nice and rubbered up. All the cars going through there. We're trying anyway.
Now, does the rubber carry over from the JNR race?
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
But it will carry over from our sessions here. I went to reach for a gear, but my steering wheel was turned too far.
As one of the 18 team captains for OGR here, Ron, I think you should probably watch clipping the walls. It'll damage the car eventually.
Oh, okay. Are you saying this from experience of this session or some previous session that's already closed?
From previous sessions here and abroad.
I like coming real close to the walls.
No, we're not saying that you can't come close to the wall. We're asking you not to actually drive the car into the wall as other drivers have done.
Doesn't sound like as much fun to me.
Okay.
Hey, I'm going to get like a top 16, right? We'll get some points.
We're expecting a top 15 out of you.
A top 15, okay.
At least the top. You should be at least in the top 15.
Just one bump off the wall.
I got a top 10 on the last one. It didn't help our team points, though.
No, it didn't help team points in that one, but fifth place finish there may have helped me with a little bit, but I don't know if I will stay in points in the JNR, but we're going to concentrate on this one. We're going to do well here. Tonight's race.
All right, here we go. We're going to line them up and get them going. Hey, I want to do a big shout out to our sponsor, Stair Fittings Incorporated. Thanks to those guys for keeping Big Wizard TV on the air. Orders.stairfittings.com. Check them out. Tell them Big Wizard TV sent you. They'll take care of you either way, but you know, you might as well tell them I sent you. JNR Craftworks, makers of trophies and other crafts out of lots of different kinds of materials.
Holiday gifts, special
check 'em out.
occasion gifts.
JNRCraftworks.com. And then if you are gluten-free or know someone that is, grandpaskitchen.com. That's the place to go to get a 1-to-1 flour substitute for baking, gluten-free.
I don't know anyone that is, but I know 2 or 3 that should.
Well, it depends on if you have to be or if you choose to be.
Yeah.
That's a big difference. Got a good field of cars. We got some Porsches, we got some Ferraris, we got some BMWs, we got one of the new Audis out there. Mercedes. Did I say BMW? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you did.
Me and Kevin in the Ferraris. Just 2 tonight out of that group.
One
About
thing that's
7
missing is
BMWs.
Mustang GT3.
Oh, yeah, it is missing. Missing for more than just this session, though.
Yeah.
Wouldn't mind seeing a Z06 Corvette out here as well. That's
Yeah,
what
that
I'd
would
be
be
in if we
cool.
had one.
What's the Toyota that's out in this series? Toyota has a series car in this series, don't they?
I have a Lexus. Yep, a Lexus. Sprint race begins now.
Yeah, there goes
JNR
that right
race.
by me.
The GNR race had a little bit of a chaos at the start.
Whoa! Wow.
Just forcefully pushing Ryan through there.
I'm just glad I survived.
I saw that you had an opening, so I pushed you through.
Josh at the point. Brandon got shuffled out. He is in the pits. Robert Rattray, Philip Scott. Second and third so far. Emmett Lindquist also fits. Sprint race is going to be the first 15-minute race. Then we're going to do a 40-minute feature race.
Thank you, Brandon.
Everybody runs open setups here. So you set up the car any way you want. So some cars might be a little more planted than others, depending on their setup.
Cars could be less planted because they've hit a wall already.
Could be.
They could end up more planted, just not fast.
Or more planted into a wall.
That's true too. I was getting too friendly with one of the walls. It's not hard.
Looks like Kevin got most of the bumper put back on with some duct tape.
Oh no.
I misread the freaking length of the sprint race. Is it not 9 laps? It's 11.
Yes, it's 11 laps. Brandon, if you get by, go ahead. When I hit the wall, I did something to my arrow.
That's not good news for Philip, who is chasing the championship right now. He has dropped out of the sprint race due to packet loss. Internet problems for one of the top 3 in the points.
Hopefully we see him back quickly. We should be able to make the main race.
Yeah, we still got a lap to go here. Leaders are going around turn 5 now. Josh Bailing's still out front. Robert Rattray in second. Dom Ford third, followed by Rich Hibbs and Greg Prochnow in the top 5. Our off-season champ hanging tight with the pros here. And there's Philip back connected again. So he'll be getting back on the racetrack, lose a couple of laps, but he'll be back in and be able to run the sprint from the back of the pack. So we'll have to watch for him in the feature, I mean.
Nice run, Greg.
Thank you.
Josh, Robert, Dom, Rich, Greg, Ryan, Tyler, Kevin, myself, and Emmett are your top 10, followed by Michael Mooney, Todd Schwartz. And a couple drivers have dropped out of the race.
Same to you, Ryan. I mean, that's pretty good for us.
Yep, it was a good battle. I was trying to catch you.
Yeah, I hit the wall in like the 3rd lap at turn 8, the inside, just brushed it, and it just screwed my arrow.
Oh, yeah. This takes one.
Yeah. Well, that was the same wall I hit in the sprint and the JNR and ended up bouncing off the outside wall and screwing myself up. So luckily all it did was screw my arrow and not my wheels.
We've all been there at this track.
Yeah.
All right, finishing up this one as the 420. Todd Schwartz comes across the line. That's the field. We're going to go ahead and flip over to a little warm-up session for about 3 minutes. Then we're going to get right into the action. Let's see how that all worked out here. Josh, Robert, and Dom up in the top spots, just 2 seconds separating. Less than 2 seconds separating the top 3 drivers. That's some pretty close action up there. Expect more of that for the feature. Rich 10 seconds back. Greg and Ryan with the battle there for P5. And that was only about a second apart at the stripe.
Yep.
Tyler picking up P7. Kevin had something happen early on and battled back up through the field.
He spun and going through the fountain, I believe it was.
Yeah, see, last season we inverted the top 8. And with a spin in the fountain and coming back after it, Kevin would have ended up on the pole. Which is one of the reasons we don't invert the field now. Just because of that incident possibly happening. It did actually happen in season 6, believe it or not. Or was it season 7? Might have been season 7.
We had a couple where the quick guys would get into an incident and end up in a quote-unquote luckier spot by having a off-track, a loose spin, and end up in that 8th spot and then out front.
Right.
Oh, gaming it for the main?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they would have, but it wasn't really intentional. They tried to battle back after this gun, got back to P8 and ended up on the pole.
Oh, you know what? That happened with me when we were racing Jerez.
Yeah, I think that was actually one of the places I remember it, was that one.
And it's like,
Warm-up continues here at Long Beach. This is East to West Racing. If you want to join us, there's plenty of room on the grid, as you can see. Although next season, we might be a little busy out there. tacking on all the non-pro drivers, and maybe some of these other pro drivers will come back in for the next season. We'll see if we can get more attendance with a bunch of cars out there on the racetrack. Probably see in fields around 20 to 25 drivers is my guess. Might get more off the start. Start of the season always seems to have more drivers. Everybody's hopeful to win the championship. Everybody wants that trophy. We are going to have a couple special trophies throughout the next season. We've got a year-long trophy going on sponsored by Grandpa's Kitchen. That one is going to be the Ironman Award, and that's going to go to the driver with the most points in the GT3 feature, which is the race we're just about to start for the entirety of 2024. However many seasons we have, they'll all count. All right, here we go. We're going to grid them up and take off here from Long Beach. This is the GT3 Challenge.
Are you sure it is? Is it
It
possibly
is.
Okay. It's not possibly
It
a
is.
fake or a...
No, this is it. This is
This
it.
is it.
Strength of field's pretty high. 1,839 for a strength of field. We got some really high-end drivers out there. A couple 3,600 drivers in the field. We'll see where they end up. And a whole bunch of high 2000s. Mid
I'm
2000s.
one of the guys trying to kill that average.
Hey, you got to do your
that's
part,
right.
man.
That's Ryan, Tyler, and I in the top 10.
Hey, I'm in the top 10.
Are you?
I'm lower than you. Just barely.
Oh, Dom got a bad start
We go
again.
green. We go green and away we go. Oh, and it's going to be trouble into turn 1, I can tell already. Oh, if we could go through there side by side, Greg.
Did we?
No, we didn't.
Not really.
I backed off.
Yeah, Dom got a bad start again. I lost a lot of places. I lost 6 places.
Lose a few more if you keep banging that wall.
I didn't hit it. Did not
Hey,
hit it. Looked
you-
like no.
You
I
did on my screen. Oh yeah, it's Sparks. You hit it on my screen.
Really? Yeah, I got nothing.
Oh,
whoa, whoa.
we're
Slow
jammed
down,
up
slow
here,
down,
jammed
slow
up
down.
at 11. Little accordion effect off of turn 11. That's the hairpin. That's the tricky corner out here.
That one could make the pros.
Whoa!
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Got no transmission. Got nothing left in front of the car's not.
He took me out.
You guys were side by side.
He pitted me from the. He pitted my left rear.
You don't have any race controls. So we'll have to watch
No,
it.
that's just then I spun across track and I caught that freaking outlet there and just bounced right back across the track.
Yeah, I was right there. I saw it. I was the one that ran into you when you did it. My disaster struck at the sprint race in the JNR contender race. This one. It was lap 2. of the feature, and that's going to hurt. Couple drivers in the pit lane on the tow hook. Robert out front, followed by Josh, 1.5 seconds. Rich, 1.9. Dom, 3.7 back. Dom with the slow start threw him back in the pack, but he's in there. He's in P4. Kevin Cantonio, P5. Those are your top 5. The top 3 right within 2 seconds still. We'll see if they can keep that close.
Okay.
Robert's pretty quick.
Let me make
how
a
he
correction.
does.
I'm sorry. Let me make a correction. I just looked at the replay, and it looks like I drifted out on him. So
Okay.
that's-
It's always hard to tell when you're, in the
Yeah.
heat of the moment. I always say in the heat of the moment it's the other guy's fault. After I watch the replay, it's mine.
yeah. No, I looked because I was following the normal line, and I didn't realize he was as close as he was. And
Yeah.
when I go through the apex and start finish, I kind of drift out a little left, and I did that not knowing he was right there, and I actually drifted into him. So it's not his problem; it's my problem.
He might have some damage too with that bump. We'll see what happens here as we get going again. I told you not to. Oh, that wasn't changing tires. That was putting the tires back on the car. I got it. They weren't changing tires. They were repairing the car.
Yeah, Ron. There was a lot of damage from that. I watched all of it.
It didn't look like I hit him that much, but I got enough of him.
Well, I came right back across the track after I hit that little alcove.
I know. I'm well
I
aware.
know you were there.
Well, we have a driver that likes to paint his Ferraris in Porsche colors and all that, and I will state there was a lot of Ferrari parts all over that straightaway.
Yeah.
Because that Ferrari and Porsche were mangled together.
Well, the sun is setting on our racetrack. We are going to be in the dark here, running at Long Beach.
Oh,
For the
geez, I
end of
wish
this
I'd have
one.
known that.
Well, it was set up to be close because I set the date. If you looked at the date, it was March 28th.
Yeah, it was late.
About when they raced this race. And I started it at like 6 o'clock at night or something like that for practice. So I knew it was going to get dark-ish. It's only 1x time. So hopefully it won't get pitch dark. But it might.
It'd be nice. It'd be nice if they had street lights actually working here.
No, they do have street lights. They just
Don't have them on. Yeah.
Right. Someone could go to the city officials and get them to turn the power on.
stay off that wall, Ron. It looked like you were going to go into it.
Robert still out front. Josh still just 2 seconds back. We'll see if that closes up throughout the race. Or if Robert gets the jump on him and takes off, extending that lead. Pretty sure we'll need the pit here.
Yes.
Yep, everybody will still need the pit for fuel.
How'd that wall feel?
Oh, it's apparently the guy behind.
Oh, okay.
I don't have a 0X or anything.
Yeah, it looked like you hit it.
I can't say I don't have a 0X. I have a 4X. Not from that contact, but from
What from?
something on lap 2. I don't know what it was. Some car bouncing around like a pinball.
Some
It was
car
a
shooting
merit.
back across the track.
Yeah, something like that.
I'll stay on the red line this time instead of drifting out.
Oh, one of the top drivers has dropped. Yeah, you got sparks that time too.
Yeah, nothing.
It wasn't as much as the first time I saw you though. It was like sparks up high. They bounced right off the side of the car. That time they were just on the ground. Like your wheel hit it or something.
Uh-huh. Well, you must have had your graphics turned way up.
Gotta do it, man. It's gotta be real.
Yeah, with my
I'm only
graphics
pushing-
turned up. Go
I'm
ahead.
only pushing the 1080p triple,
Oh.
so I don't have to use a high-end video card to get high-end graphics. Now, granted, if I was running a 2K monitor, it would probably look better.
Well, I'm pushing 1080p triples too, but last year while practicing for the Daytona, I noticed that my frame rate was down to like 50 frames per second, and so I dealt with it through Daytona and then went through and just turned everything down.
Todd Schwartz is in sight now. Oh, and he's pulling over. And he shut off his car. Todd just towed back from the pits from the backstretch. He wasn't that far from the pit lane. Not sure what happened there. It did say a car stopped ahead earlier in that lap. That might have been an incident for him, but he is currently in the pit lane towing back to the pits. So we lost Dom, who's one of our front runners. Puts Josh, who was in second, still in second. Throws Rich Hibbs into third. Drivers with issues in race one, Kevin Cantonio up to fourth position. Finished, I think, 8th. In the sprint, has moved up to 4th. Good run for him. Ryan's still up there in the top 6. Tyler in P7. Around the hairpin as the sun sets. 28 minutes left in the race. It's going to be dark. It is going to be all dark by the time we're done with this one.
How many people know where their braking points are in the dark? Do they have? What is
I
their
should be
braking
able to
point?
see
Are
my
they gonna be
stuff.
moving?
I should be able to see my stuff. It's all paint on the ground. Or don't hit the wall, brake before it, kind of thing. I think on this track I go more for feel. I should probably get some braking points. Maybe I'd be more consistent. Or I use the boards, the big sign boards. Ray Welch. It's coming out of 7. Back on his horse and going, but he has lost some ground and lost some car parts, I believe, there.
I see Mooney in his no-no square ahead of me.
How can you see his no-no
want to
square?
piss me off?
How can you see his no-no square from that far away?
Young eyes.
Yeah, right.
Says the guy who wears reading glasses to sim race.
You're not alone. What kind of graphics card do you run?
It's a 2080.
Oh, okay.
I bought it back in
Solid card.
2019.
That's a solid video card. I'm running a 3060 Ti and with my triples, and I seem to I still getting like 75 to 80 frame rate.
Uh-huh.
My monitors are 144, so I could go higher, but you can't
Yeah,
see any past. You can't see any more than that anyway, so.
Yeah.
An old TV screen, so it's locked at 60 anyway, so 1070 is good enough. It locked at 60 frames per minute anyway,
Frame.
so
And
yeah.
you're just running a single monitor, so you don't have the
And I'm
triple monitor push.
So I have every detail I can on, and if you don't turn the bright lights off. Oh wait a minute, you don't have brights on.
They're
You
just
have
light.
them flashed. Yeah. All right, Greg. I know what I'm going to do with you when you get close.
That's all right.
Yes, I do. I do. I do.
Now they're bright.
Now they're blanket. Yeah.
I have a feeling I'm going to be the last car running. And from these guys already catching me 3 seconds a lap faster than me, I don't think. Oh, no, I'm already out anyway. I don't get my 0x anyway. No bonus points for me. I think it's amazing that lights can penetrate concrete walls.
Yeah. They're lasers.
Laser lights. It's like a Pink Floyd show.
And it's fitting here to be another brick in the wall.
I think Greg feels like he was another brick in the wall.
Oh, I just hit the wall.
At least you passed me without hitting me this time.
What are you saying?
Well, you've done it more than once.
Believe me, that was on my mind.
You did it successfully. That's fine.
No, it was on my mind not to hit you while trying to make the pass.
And I saw you move. I'm like, no, that's a good spot. Because I was thinking of letting you go down that straight anyway. So. It's doubtful that you'll get a whole lap and catch up back up to me, but it makes no sense holding you up. But I can try and fight and stay in front of Philip. Who's it behind me again? Brandon's back there too.
And he's not too far back either.
Damn it.
Pit stops have started, and the exit of the pit lane is extremely busy. Oh. I think that's it, Mooney. Nobody's behind me. Glad I didn't hit you.
I'm glad the other four didn't hit me either. Ruined my freaking zero. Oh, come on.
I'll be out of your way. I'm going to go in the pits.
Oh, I'm nowhere near you.
Hopefully you'll be able to get by me. Oh. Oh wow, my tires are still at 91%. That's good.
Yeah, this track doesn't really waste tires as bad as you think.
Yeah, I've been in the 50s and 60s at halfway in some of the previous races. So. I'm happy with that. Plus, I have been trying to do more to save tires. Trying to learn a little bit more on how to drive correctly. And
Where were yours? Mid 90s?
low 90s.
Okay.
You exit pit lane. Don't cross that line. We are now in darkness on the racetrack. 17 minutes to go in the contest. It's not completely pitch dark, but it's pretty dang close. Might as well be. Lap times are coming down a little bit. It is cooler on the racetrack, but a little tougher to see. I think this track has plenty of good surfaces on it, so you don't, it's not like a Willow Springs or something that doesn't have anything. Something happened to Gray.
Yeah, he spun.
He must have hit something. He towed back to the pits. That puts him in 13th and me up to P12, which, hey, that's 10 points for old guy racing right there. If I can hold on to it.
Come on. Get fucking put in the goddamn gas. Go.
Mr. Mooney, we meet again.
Yeah, well now it's for position. So you think I'm going to give up a spot? As long as I stay on this side so you don't hit no freaking walls.
I'm staying on the red line.
Robert's still out front now with a sizable lead over second place Josh Bailing. We'll see at the end of the race who replaces the worst finish to see if Josh can actually close the gap up with a P2. He could. It depends on what they're replacing. You know who I miss?
Who?
A lot of people. A lot of people. But I was just thinking of Baby Yoda.
Oh yeah, yeah. He would be
He's a really good
toddler Yoda
driver.
by now.
Toddler Yoda. Brian Snare used to race with us with Last Man Standing Motorsports. Good young little driver, very quick.
Good head on his
He-
shoulders for a young kid too.
Yeah, he even drove at, pretty sure he was with the NSRA Road Group, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Raced a couple NSRA races.
Oh, a season or two.
Yeah. Quick little kid. But he sounded just like Baby Yoda from Star Wars. It was so funny.
Come on, hurry up. Now I got, you guys are staggered just right. You get one of them by, now you gotta let go up for the next one. Come on.
Yeah, there's a whole train of them. They stopped at the 99 car.
No, they don't.
You haven't got to the 99 car yet.
I'm behind Ryan now.
Oh, you're behind me. I thought you were in front of me. There's still more coming, yeah. There's a little break between Philip and Greg, though. Should give me at least a lap.
That's where I was. Try and play nice and then drop back 6 different car positions.
Lap 21 of 29. Actually, leaders are probably on lap 22. Maybe even lap 23. Possibly even lap 24, because
23 coming to the stripe, I think. 24.
last week, I think I was in 12th. And at this point of the race, my crew chief left, packed up the trailer, and took off. Today, I'm in 12th. It's going well. Keep at it. I'm pretty sure I was in the same place in the race. I may have been 13th last week instead of 12th.
Maybe he's lowered his expectations.
See, it's about dang time. You don't want to be with those high expectations with me driving. You don't want that. It's going to just end up in disappointment, a lot of tears, probably some yelling and screaming, helmets throwing. Don't need that. It's just you don't need the extra stress. Doing the best I can out here. Having a good time. Happy to be racing. And hey, I'm in P12. There's only one car on the racetrack behind me, and he says we're doing well. Last week, I think I was ahead of 4 or 5 drivers, active drivers, and he just left me. I'm thankful the Mooney's crew changed my tires for me on that stop.
Yeah, well, I think we're packing up and leaving now.
Oh, no.
No, I've got nothing left. I just destroyed the car.
Well, if you can get it back out.
No, I can't. I destroyed the car. Come on.
No headlights.
No, I couldn't see the relative. I didn't have it on that screen, and I didn't know where anyone was at. So I'm like going blind back around in the track. Yep, I'm done. Over 15 minutes of repairs.
Close are you, Greg? I guess that close.
Yep.
1.3. Is everybody in a train? Everybody together?
Yeah, I've got Tyler behind me, Brandon's behind him, and can't remember who's behind them.
Ryan.
Robert has a 3-second lead over Josh Baling and Kevin Cantonio. Rich Hibbs is 7-8 seconds back, followed closely behind with Emmett, Phillip. Tyler's 25 seconds behind the leader. Brandon Dooley, Ryan Fry. Greg finishes out your top 10. Until Ron passes me, I am sitting 11th, but Ron will take that spot, and I will be sitting in the pits in 12th with Gray Welch.
Gray's 9 laps down, and there's only 5 to go. Right here, Ryan. Let me get around the corner. Go ahead. Greg dives in the pit lane.
Thank you, sir.
Greg stopping for a splash of fuel.
Yeah. So I put it on lap 2.
Yeah. Was able to hold it out to you.
Not sure if you'll stay in 12th, Mooney. You might.
Oh, I will.
I don't see Gray's numbers going up. Is he also in the pits?
He's in the pits also.
Oh, okay. You might be looking for repairs as well. 2 to go. 2 laps to go. The driver, the leaders come by the stripe. Robert in the lead. Josh has caught him through the pit exchange pretty well, actually. He's a lot farther away, so if that's lap time doing it, then Josh has a chance. Man, that hairpin is blind now in the dark. You can't see the paint on the inside wall.
Robert's getting around lap traffic.
2.4 seconds now, the gap should be pretty interesting here as we close it up. Coming
Josh
up to
and
the white
Kevin
flag lap.
Nose to tail. For the second spot.
Possible that Robert's just managing the lead, but looks like wide open track from here on to the finish. 1 lap to go. We'll see if those guys. Oh no! Yeah, wide open track.
No one in front of Robert now until he takes the checkered, so he can manage if he's managing.
Yeah, I'm the
Kevin's
next car in
looking
front of him. I'm on the back straight, and I'm the next car in front of him.
Yeah.
I did get these 0x bonus points for the sprint race. So when we're calculating our team points, I did get those. One more time around for me. Handful of corners left for the top drivers as they're coming around turn 5 now.
And Kevin is right on Josh's rear end. I'm behind him. Oh!
Drivers really pushing in the last couple of corners, grabbing the wall a little bit there.
But you hit that wall before.
Yes, I did.
I think you hit that same wall in the same corner on one on the final lap of race just a little while ago.
The sprint,
Robert,
the JNR sprint.
Yeah.
Hairpin.
You're moving? Looks like you're moving.
I'm moving. I'm gonna. It's kind of weird though. It's really weird.
Josh
It's
takes
grabbing.
second. Evan takes third.
oh no, Ron's.
Rich.
I got to cross the line in front of Ron.
I'm a lap down too.
Evan-
You're fine.
No, you're not.
Oh, I'm not?
No.
Tyler Greger and Brandon Dooley, 7th and 8th. 9th is Ryan Fry.
Come on, come
Here's
on.
the drag
come on,
race. Here
come on,
it is.
come on.
I got you. I got. Oh, you got it. I think you got it. You got it.
I
You did. You got it.
I did. It was like, screw it, I'm just gonna run the wall.
Yeah, unless you got
my.
9, unless that gave you 9x hitting the wall, then
Nope.
you're gonna get a
8x.
drive-through.
I'm at 8x.
Oh man, that was close.
my.
Photo
Right
finish
sneak in front of
For
Ron.
P10. Yeah.
Well, at least I was able to sneak into a top 10.
There you go. There you go. Robert takes the win. Robert takes the win. Josh in second, Kevin in third. Robert has been just ripping up the racetrack since about mid-season. He has really been on a tear. Other challengers in the championship, Kevin Cantonio finishes P3. That's going to give him a bunch of points. And I think that's going to close the gap up considerably. We'll see where that ends up. We'll have to run points tonight a little early. Rich Hibbs also with a P4, depending on what he's replacing. We'll see if anybody makes moves and makes gains. Emmett Lindquist, Philip Scott also in the championship hunt. Tyler Greger, Brandon Dooley in 8th. Ryan Fry finishes in P9, and Greg with a top 10 by a nose.
Yeah. I mean,
See
I
if it
could
gives it.
not
It doesn't
keep
give
that
us a
car
gap
straight.
because we're both 2 laps down, so it doesn't give us a gap. But we can
Um,
watch. Yeah, we'll have to.
It was
check that out.
well, it's showing 1.0, but there's no way it was a 1 second gap.
Yeah, it was close. It's all good. It
All
was
right.
fun trying to run you down.
Yeah.
So that's gonna
I
do
gotta-
it for this week. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I got to get out of here.
Yep.
Good racing,
Have a good night.
everybody.
That was fun.
And Philip, if
Don't
you're
race
hearing
on the
this,
roads. Race with us.
yeah. Philip, if you're hearing this, I'll tell him in Discord. All right, see you.
Congrats to Robert. Who do we have coming in? Josh, P2. And let's see, Robert in here with the win. Man, you guys really put on a show out there. Good race,
coming
man.
out of the pits for me.
Yeah, I think there was a huge gain there on the pit exit, and it was like a 7-second gap going in, and Josh brought it down to like 3 seconds coming out. So nice job.
Yeah, I had Kevin on the inside of me. We were too wide through turn 1 when I exited the pits, so it was close.
Oh. Yeah, Robert, nice run. Got out front, and made it through that pit exchange and held on. It seemed to be the traffic was getting in your way there at the end, but didn't slow you down too much, and you were able to keep up.
Not the traffic, the Prochnow. That's
The
what got in the way.
The proc now slowed you down.
Proctor was about to get booted in the rear.
Well,
But,
you
yeah, the plan was not to hit anything. I didn't hit anything, so that's good. I was shocked by how fast Dom was going.
He was fast. He was fast in the JNR race. He won that one.
Yeah, I mean, he was half a second faster a lap than I was. So, you know, if he hadn't had issues, he would have eventually made it to the front.
Yeah, he was definitely out there. Yeah, that I got proc-nowed myself.
You did?
It was it was. He was going along alongside of Philip Scott early in the race. I think it was lap 2, going down the front straight, and I was right behind him. And they got together, and he went into the wall. And as he bounced off the wall, I had nowhere to go. I was trying to go right, and there was just not enough right to go.
Yeah, we were hugely advantageous in the heat race when Kevin caught the buffer at the end of the main straight. And we managed to both skip through, and then that was what set us up for the feature. Because passing there is almost impossible. Anyone who passes has done a phenomenal job.
Yeah, it was a really intense battle up front there. I was trying to keep track of it, but really fun race. Nice job, everybody. Josh, good job on P2. We'll have to see what happens with points. Depends on what you're replacing.
Hopefully, I'm replacing a crappy race.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I'm replacing at least one.
I had a couple where no bueno.
Yeah, it was a tight race all around, but we'll see what happens with points. I'll try to get them done tonight, so we have our update. Kevin is going to be one of the surprises I think you're going to find, as he had a full race to count. He was 500 points back, so it's just going to kind of put him up in there with the P2 guys, trying to get more points. But it will be interesting tonight with the 3rd place finish. That's going to put him in the mix with Josh and Philip, and depending on what drops Robert has left and the other guys have left, next week is going to really decide it. We don't know at this point who has it, so it's close. It is close. But Robert, winning every week is a good way to get the most points.
It helps. It helps.
So
it was a good race. Thanks, guys. I dread that track. I absolutely hate it.
It's awesome what you're talking about.
And then you put it in the dark. Put it in the dark.
It ended in the dark. It didn't start in the dark.
It was dark enough.
Well, we all survived. Well, many of us survived. Many of you survived. I didn't.
You know how hard it was to keep Brandon behind me?
Yeah. Next week, well, passing is tough, but you got to stay clean. If you make a mistake, the other guy goes by. So
it was so hard keeping Brandon behind me tonight.
Yeah. Well, he is kind of fast. Generally, he's pretty fast.
I think
all right, guys, we're gonna bring our stream to a close. Thanks for tuning in to Big Wizard TV. This is Ron on behalf of our sponsor, Stair Fitting Incorporated, saying goodnight to all, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Yep.